Hi everyone, it's Nichol Magouirk for the Simon Says Stamp Summer School event on the Simon Says Stamp blog, and my card today showcases several of the new products from the brand new Teacher's Pet release. I've used the Scrambled Letters stencil for the background of my card, as well as the Hey Teacher stamp set and the teacher die. To start my card, I'm going to lay the stencil over a piece of trimmed down black cardstock. The cardstock is about 5 1/4 by 4 inches, so that there'll be just a little bit of a border when I place it on my white card base. I didn't secure my stencil using masking tape or anything like that. I just kind of held it in place. It worked pretty well. The black embossing paste that I'm using here actually kind of holds it down. And I'm just smoothing it on with a palette knife. I didn't take care to really make it really smooth. I did try to kind of have it all be fairly even, but I kept a pretty thick covering over the whole thing because I wanted some really nice dimension. And I'm just gonna pull that up, and then I'll set aside my piece to dry for a few minutes, and then I went and washed off my stencil right away. Otherwise that black embossing paste is really going to stick to it, and I don't want to ruin my stencil. I want to be able to use it for other things. I'm running through the Script Teacher die. This is more of the I guess they're both scripty. This is kind of the little bit more whimsical one, I would say. And the insides of the letters stuck, so I left them. I kind of liked how that looked for this card. You could pop them out very easily as well. This is the mini stars. This is from a couple of releases back, I believe. And I am cutting those out of a scrap piece of the Simon Says Stamp Fog cardstock. And I should mention I die cut the word teacher from the Schoolhouse Red, which is very appropriate for this card, Simon Says Stamp cardstock. Once I have those stars, I also have a couple of scraps of glitter paper. This is the POW glitter paper from American Crafts. And I'm going to cut some stars out of this as well. And I haven't pulled apart these stars. For me, it's just as easy to keep them like this. I keep all of my extra little pieces because I'm not going to use them all in a little storage container, and then I can use them on other projects. In fact, I used some of these on a project a couple of days after I created this card. So it just makes it easy. I don't have to go ahead and die cut those little pieces every single time I need a card if I go ahead and keep all of them. Now this is the medium tag die. This is from Simon Says Stamp as well, and I die cut it from a piece of white cardstock and also vellum. I cut them at the same time, just made it quick and easy. And then I'm using the coordinating stamp set for this die to stamp a little border along the back or the white tag using the Simon Says Stamp slate ink. I'm going to use a powder tool over the vellum tag and then use the outline tag shape to stamp in Versamark there on my tag. And I'm going to take one of the greetings from the Hey Teacher stamp set and stamp that right along the bottom. I like the look of layered tags like this, and I love doing a vellum tag on top of a solid tag underneath. I'm going to sprinkle on a little white embossing powder, and then I will heat set that for my greeting on my tag, or for my card, I guess. Once I have that, I'm going to take a little bit of twine. This is the Lawn Fawn Lawn Trimmings twine. I believe this is the cloudy color. It's kind of a gray and white. And so it was coordinated really nicely with my card. I'll thread that through the top to secure both of those tags together. And I like how the embossing looks with the stamping behind it. And I'm going to glue that word teacher right over the top of the tag, just securing it there in the center of the word because it hangs off each side of the tag. And then I'm going to take all of those stars that I die cut and kind of scatter them from the top right corner of the card through the tag down to the bottom left corner. And I'm just going to use an assortment of these. Now, you might notice I'm having to pop them out of the glitter paper. Because the glitter paper is a little bit thicker, they didn't come all the way out. They did die cut all the way, but they kind of just stick in there, so they're real easy to just pop right out. I'm going to take the larger star die that I was just showing there. That is from the Lunchbox Notes die set and stamp collection that goes with this Teacher's Pet release. And I'm going to stamp the star from the Lunchbox Notes stamp set using some Simon Says Stamp Smoke ink on that fog cardstock. I'll take the coordinating die and use a little Post-it tape to hold it in place and then run it through my Big Shot. Once that ink is dry, or you can hit it with a heat tool, I'm going to stamp the A+ from the Hey Teacher stamp set using Versamark ink to the center of that star, and then sprinkle on a little black embossing powder and heat set that. Just a fun way to add a little bit of embellishment to one of the star designs there, and also finish off the greeting for my card. Finally, I'm going to use a little Zig glue adhesive to glue all of my stars in place on my card. I'm using the quick stick tool for any of those little small pieces or really small stars so that my fingers don't get in the way and I don't get glue everywhere. I did secure a few little areas along my card with underneath the vellum with the Zig glue pin as well to hold that down and in place. And the last thing I did was take a little foam adhesive behind this entire piece and pop it up on my card base. I hope you've enjoyed this project showcasing the new Teacher's Pet release from Simon Says Stamp. For more information, please visit the Simon Says Stamp blog. Thanks for watching.